everyone, welcome back to Creations with AG. In this video, I'll be fixing up the second doll in this series, which is Mary Ellen Larkin. As you can see, she's right in front of me, along with some of the supplies I'll be using to fix her up. Also, if you came here looking for a tutorial on how to fix up your own doll, you came to the perfect place. In this video, I'll be trying to explain how to fix up a doll, which I've done numerous times, and I really hope it helps you guys figure out how you guys can do it. And comment down below if you have any questions on your own doll. So let's get right on into it. I'm just going to kind of explain what is on the list itself and let you guys have a little bit of a closer look. Limb tighten means that I am going to remove her head and stuffing and grab some hair ties and tighten up the limbs a little bit. And then hair wash and hair condition is basically what it sounds like. And hair up and curlers. So it actually says hair up and curls. Unlike last time, I think it said hair up and curlers for Samantha, because I'm not actually going to put her hair in curlers. It's not originally curly like full curls. So I have a few different ideas of what I'm going to do with that. Magic eraser, which means I'm going to clean up her body using some magic erasers. Hair trim, that's also another thing I might not do. If her ends look super split, I will, like I did in Samantha. And then nose, question mark. So a little thing about Mary Ellen, her nose is completely flat. And I don't really think there's anything I can do about that. It's not, like when I said nose, it was kind of like, is there anything I can do? And now I'm not really sure that there is, so yeah, that's bad. So basically, I'll just see if you guys can get a little bit of a closer look. Can you see that flat mark on Mary Ellen's nose? That's what I'm working with. I'm just going to leave it because I'm not trying to resell these or anything. My friends don't really use these dolls that often anyway. I was just like, you American girls, can I borrow them? Because I love fixing them up. And they're like, oh, okay, sure. So that's why I had them now. If you want more details on that, please, it would mean so much to me. If you could go check out episode 1, which is where I fixed up a Samantha Parkington doll, and this episode is going to be a little bit better than that. I feel like better lighting and stuff. That one was a little boring, and I don't know. It just wasn't my personal favorite video I've made. So I'm going to try better on this one, but it would still mean so much to me if you could go check that one out, view it, like it, and comment if you'd like to. So let's get right into the video. Kind of doing this different than in the order I did Samantha, so it's different for you guys. I have a hair tie behind me, and I'm going to just pull up all of Mary Ellen's hair, and I'm going to start by magic erasing her entire body. It wasn't easy like I thought to do Samantha's in parts, so her hair is super tangly. I'm not really going to bother brushing it. I'm just going to pull it up. Oof, this hair tie isn't big enough. She has a lot of hair. Okay, I'm back. Let me try it now. This actually matches her hair. Whoa. This is actually really hard, guys. I'm gonna back up. Look at that hair. Can you see how much it is? I know most of you probably have Mary Ellen. So surprisingly, this is the first time I've ever met a Mary Ellen, and I've never really been a huge fan, but I have now decided that I have come to love her hair. Not the bangs too much, but I still love her hair color, and they're cute. And I love her eyes. I just don't really feel the classic mold. Okay, Mary Ellen looks so awesome. We're done putting her hair up, and now let's get to magic erasering. So how to magic erase your doll? Basically, how to do this is you'll just rub the wet magic eraser all over your doll. You can find these things at the Dollar Tree for a super cheap price. You get like 4 of them, and I just usually cut them in half because dolls are pretty small. Just be careful when rubbing all over your doll. No damage can really be done to this, except on the face if you rub on the eyebrows for too long. But I do love rubbing on the lips because it brings so much color back. So when it starts to get dry or shreds, you can get a new magic eraser, or if it gets dry, just re-wet it. Be careful when going over the eyelids because if the eyes get wet, they can rust. And as you can see, the doll's body is slightly wet. It's not a big deal, it'll dry. You just don't want to fully submerge your doll in water or wipe down her torso with magic eraser. But this is one of the safest ways to clean your doll. No damage can really be done with this if you're doing it just in the simple way I'm showing right here. So yeah, if you have any questions, please comment down below. Mary Ellen is all done drying, and I'm going to show you how she turned out. As for her face, it's probably the worst, other than how all the color came back to her lips, which I absolutely love. This is like my favorite color for her lips, but you guys probably can't tell, but she has some pretty bad discolorments, right? She has one right here, and then she has one right here. That's kind of more of a shine mark sort of thing that didn't come off, but she looks a ton better, and it's not like they're trying to sell her or film with her or anything, so I'm pretty sure that they won't mind that much. As for her body, it turned out really nice too. Most of the marks came off, other than this one right here on her leg. My light is so bright you can barely see it, but yeah, that's how she's turned out so far. We're going to move on to the next step, which is hair. It's a tutorial, so I'm going to be showing you guys how to wash and condition your American Girl's hair. And now before you get started with this project, please make sure to have a parent's permission if you're a kid, because this can damage your doll's hair if you do anything crazy with it, like don't put in the right products or something. So just make sure that you are ready to do this and have thoroughly watched all of the steps. So the first step is to get the doll's hair fully wet. The temperature for water does not matter for this. It can be hot or cold. Just don't get it anywhere close to boiling, because that actually will melt the hair. So I like to keep my water on the colder side. You can definitely wrap your doll up, like cover her eyes with tape, with fabric or something, or wrap her body up. I have just done this so many times that I know how not to get her wet too much. So if you guys are worried about that at your first time, definitely attempt that. I would just wrap up. You don't want any water getting inside the neck, or especially the eyes, because they can fall out and rust, which is pretty bad if I think that. So what we're gonna do now is just get the hair fully wet, but what you want to make sure to do is get, like, if you have a longer hair doll like Mary Ellen, I would go up to about here with wetness, because you don't want to get anywhere on the scalp wet, because I don't know if all of you know this, but American Girls have wigs. So what can happen is the wig glue that keeps the hair glued onto the head can come off, and then you will have no hair in your doll, which could be pretty bad if you really like her hair. So let's get right on into the first step, which is getting it wet. So as you can see, Mary Ellen's hair is fully wet, and now we are going to use some shampoo. Any shampoo is fine. I don't like to use anything that says it'll dry a normal person's hair out, because I don't know if it would work that way for a doll. Probably not, but I'm just extra careful. Make sure to get your hands wet before you do this, because it'll get it'll foam a lot better. And if you use a lot of shampoo in your hair, use about 1/4 of that on your doll. This is how much you'll want to use. I use a lot more than that, so I am going to just use this much, because in the past I've used a lot, and it is just so much to wash out of their hair. So just do it like you'd wash your hair. Just get it like a nice lather, and make sure the doll's hair is super wet, and just start to wash. Now, if you're done with this and you're like, my doll's hair does not look any different, that kind of is the point. It's just supposed to get dirt, dust out of the hair, anything dirty. It's not supposed to condition or make your doll's hair back to its original form. So don't be worried if you're done with this and you're like, my doll's hair isn't curly, or it isn't back to its original softness. That's when the conditioner will help. Now I'm just going to grab the conditioner, which I set aside, and I'm just using some travel conditioner I'm just trying to use up, and that's what I'm going to be putting in her hair. I'm using quite a lot. If your doll's hair isn't too bad, you just want to condition it because you got her used or something, you can use about this much. I'm kind of using a lot for a doll, but it doesn't really change how much you use. The more you use or the less you use doesn't really determine how much your doll's hair will be conditioned, because it's already wet. Just try to run your fingers as well as you can through it. Your doll's hair is most likely tangly if you're doing this, so as you can see, I'm just kind of rubbing it along it, not trying to run my fingers through it. Sorry about that little shake there, but we're all done with Mary Ellen's hair. I'm going to go ahead and grab a rag towel from behind me, and I'm just going to wring her hair out with this. Now we're going to brush out her hair, and sorry for any background noises. I've actually never had to say that before, but my brother's listening to a CD in the room next over, so hopefully you can't hear the audiobook part of it. It's a really good book though. So the next step is just to brush your doll's hair, and if you are new to dolls, the main part of brushing your doll's hair is to be really careful. So what I'm trying to do is brush from the bottom and work my way up, so I'm going to get a better angle for you guys. Look at that hair, guys. I mean, I'm sure most of you have Mary Ellen. Comment down below if you don't. I know our American Girl doesn't, but that's the only one I can think of off the top of my head. AG Glitter Studios doesn't. I know when I said everyone, I'm just over exaggerating because pretty much whenever I find a new AG tuber, they usually have a Mary Ellen, and I've never really liked her, but after this, I'm like, whoa, this hair is so pretty. This is a little tip for those of you who are fixing up a doll with bangs. If the bangs are really dried out, which they definitely aren't for mine, I haven't really seen that happen much because, I mean, who really brushes the bangs that often? But if they are, what I recommend is getting a towel and placing it over her face and lifting her bangs up over it. And then you can kind of do this. Sorry, you guys can barely see that. Put your fingers under it with the towel, wet it, and brush it out. Don't try to shampoo or condition it. It's really not a good idea because the face is going to get pretty wet in that process. Then I'm just gonna kind of try to pull all of the hairs all the longer hairs that are on the bangs out of them because they just hang over her face and it looks pretty bad. And I'm not really gonna trim them or anything. I'm just gonna try to push them back. What I did off camera is what I did is I just brushed out her hair. I found her part again. Tips to finding her part. So what I do is I just brush around until you can kind of see this like little cloth line. That is the doll's part. As you can see here, I went over the part and I can just fix it when I'm done. But this is the best doll hair I've ever seen after washing it. It is so smooth. It just looks amazing. So this beautiful towel back here, I'm completely kidding, is what I wrapped around her hair. Her hair is sticking out the ends. I don't have it folded up in there or anything because that would get it curled and dried in a weird way. So not curled, like dented from it. But look at this hair, guys. It looks so smooth, and honestly to me it looks brand new from the top. There aren't even split ends. I don't know why. Like, it's so amazing. So after I'm done with like brushing her hair, I just wrapped a towel, wrapped a hair tie around it, the one that was in her hair. And this is just, you can just like squeeze it a little bit to get the water out. And I'm just gonna keep Mary Ellen's hair like this until it's time to try to do anything with her hair. And yeah, so I'm pretty much done with Mary Ellen so far. So what I'm just gonna do is I'm going to wait for her hair to dry, and then I'm probably gonna braid it or something so it can get these like natural waves in it, kind of like how she used to have it. And that'll be all done with her. And stay tuned till the end because there'll be a AGSM showing up like after she's gonna be in an outfit and everything, like I did in the previous video. If you've seen that one, second reminder of the video, please go check that one out. And stay tuned for the third video in the series, which will be fixing up another doll, but I'm not giving away what doll it is. Comment down below if you have a guess. She is a Truly Me doll. I decided to put some curlers in Mary Ellen's hair, and you can see her moving in the background, it's funny. So you're probably like, why did you decide to do that when you said you were just gonna braid it? So I decided to because I looked up some pictures of Mary Ellen, and sure enough her hair is actually pretty curly, but it's not like curled, so I put in the curlers halfway, and this is a tutorial, so you're probably like, why didn't you show me how to do that? So I actually have a video on my channel in the hairstyling playlist, which these videos will also be in the hairstyling playlist because they include hair, and I have a tutorial on different ways to recurl your doll's hair. So if you are doing a fix up on your doll and you want to know how to do that, go check that video out. It will be in the playlist. It has like my Leah doll. I think it's called like how to fix unfixable hair or something like that. You'll probably be able to find that in the playlist. If not, comment down below and I can find the exact title for you guys. So we will be back with the AGSM. What I did with the curls, if you're wondering if you want to do exactly what I did, is I just rolled them up halfway until they got to about like her end of her neck, like all the way up here, and then I rolled the curler up and pinned it all along the top so they would stay held up. But if you were to unpin one of them, I'm going to try to do this very carefully, it would just hang all the way down here, if you guys can see that. So yeah, I'm just going to pin this back up, and I'll leave these probably overnight since I'm doing this in the afternoon. After night, they should probably be great, and yeah, I'll film me taking them out because I know how satisfying that can be. So Mary Ellen's hair looks absolutely incredible. I'm gonna go a little lower so you guys can see. It turned out exactly like I was hoping, where I put the curlers in like towards the bottom, and it just got these like big bouncy curls at the bottom of it. It is just so gorgeous. And this one looks a little bit different just because I like twisted it when it was wet, so it does look a little bit different, but I think I'm just gonna like do this. And then she has a lot of hair, so I think I'm going to separate the curls too, just like this. And now it's also giving me like Leah vibes kind of, so it kind of looks like Leah's hair, but also it's just so cute. It looks just like Mary Ellen, and I'm super happy with how this turned out, and I hope my friend is too. And action. Hi everyone, this is Mary Ellen Larkin speaking. I just wanted to show you how I turned out after my makeover. Look at these curls. In my outfit, I look so nifty. Oh, hey everyone, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you want to see more, make sure to like and subscribe. Bye!